Hi Leo, I love you honey. We're going to do a Celtic and we're going to add some archetypes. One of your favorite decks on this channel. If you got a present for me, my love, I need your email. I need somewhere to send it. I love you. Sometimes you put a present in and you get it within 2 hours. Sometimes it takes days. I love you so much. Here we go. This is going to be for Leo. Thomas reading. Let's see, my love. Holy angels, Holy spirits. To the divine above. Angels and ancestor gods. What can Leo know? We're going to cut it, but I want to see what this is. Orphan. The gem. Ooh. And the tear. This is like a soul that's just been passed around at a young age. Having to cry it out through the vessel, the internal vessel from within. From hell. The desert, trying to reach out, but see the hand coming from above. Nobody on earth to reach out to. Ended up going, this is the cave. That's like the hermit in seclusion. Because the orphan, that is the one of the anima mundi, of the storm. Okay, so this is a disarray through the birth chart elements. Trying to mess up maybe a life path for you. Because you're coming out as the gem. You're born starseed. The mother. Divine feminine. The gem. Oh goodness, and then you got the king in the river. Never touching the same water twice. The same touch of that abundified, original, no sugar coating bullshit kind of love. Very nurturing. Who? Let's see. Let's call it, Leo. Well, your reading started out with the nectar. Challenge is the bridge. There's the initiation gate. You know what the initiation gate is, right? It is bridge between heaven and hell. Someone reaching their hand out for help and the other person reaching to receive the help. In 3 different realms. It's back and forth. Your foundation is the threshold. Ooh, that's a pressure point. The recent past, you have the ring. That's commitment. Loyalty. At the top of your spread, oh, remember we had the king earlier? Now we have the queen. What's coming in for this reading? The warrior. It's coming out with the number 10 also. Wow. Your internal energy, the pilgrim. Your external energy, the kiss. They received a touch that they've never received before. Your advice in this reading is going to be the flame. Wow. That's like an internal flame. Never letting it go out. Protecting your sacred internal flame. The womb. Since birth. Wow. What a message. And it's what it's done. It's took you on a journey that you'll never forget. Some parts you'd never even remember. The parts that you don't remember, you know they're not important. And that's what you know. Looks like you've built yourself a throne. Nectar and a castle. You're sweetening up your home like a dollhouse. You know, If your dollhouse is a barn and a dog, let that be. If your dollhouse is a beautiful mansion, let that be. Wow. Something pushed a feminine to the breaking point. Because she committed to someone here. You got the ring back here. She was committed. But then you have the warrior come in. That's a fight and battle of the journey through a touch of the internal soul from a child. You just felt like you have fought your way through life so far. So let's pull some tarot. Mercy, Leo. You have the Strength card in the Knight of Pentacles, Leo and Virgo. Something here slowed you down where you can attain yourself, gain your strength. It's like you're strolling through the mountains, you know, you're just strolling by yourself, looking at the beauty of it. The nectar of your castle, damn. Imagine if you had 150 acres. You understand what I'm saying? So let's see what this is. Where your reading starting out is nectar and castle. Pull this down. You're feeding wherever you live, wherever you're most comfortable. Your castle is your freaking throne. Your throne's inside there. So let's see, Leo. Where's this reading going to start? The castle and the nectar. Ooh. You could be freeing yourself from a challenge with an air sign. That's a conflict of your wish fulfillments. Yep. Heaven or hell. This is it. Your challenge, heaven or hell, King of Wands. Leo or Muslim fire sign with the Queen of Swords. Look at that. It's a karmic contract. Initiating friends with benefits behind the scenes. Unemotionally fulfilled with the struggle of deception. Somebody can't get in your boundary line. They can't get in. The King of Swords or the Queen of Swords. It's Libra and Aries is your direct opposite of this lifetime. What's the overall energy? Oh, I'd say so. You have the Empress. She's heartbroken. Somebody broke this feminine's heart and she fixed it. She fixed it. They turned her very cold. She was at first worried about stressing, but she turned pain into power. Pain into healing. Ended the cycle with the Emperor. Yeah. Let me fix the spread. We have more room. So somebody's pissed this divine feminine off, and at least 3 people that she's loved so much. They pissed her off so much she's went and built her a place of peace. So let's clarify where the masculine is here. Masculine. Where's the masculine here? Castle and the nectar. Oh my gosh. The first card out of both fucking bundles is the Empress. Temperance. He wants to bring peace to the feminine. Whoa, should we go any further? This was an intuitive blockage with a new perspective. The King of Swords, the masculine, is ascending. He is in strategic thought of interest, a brand new idea. He's trying to come up with a very smart idea. Well, whatever kind of idea it is, you know, temperance is automatically the union between opposites. I mean, Empress come out the first of both bundles. Wow. Let's clarify this challenge. Oh my gosh. The challenge is coming out with the bridge, initiation gate, heaven versus hell, with Kairos. Kairos is the mystic truth. You know, secrets that's been hidden spiritually comes to light humanly. Like through dreams. See the eyeball? Always looking closer, magnifying it a little closer. So let's ask right here, what's actually being magnified? A little closer. Let's turn that eyeball the right way. Excuse me. This is the initiation gate here. One side is the dark side, the other side is the light side. What's the bridge and Kairos and the challenge for Leo in this reading? 2 cups. Soulmate connection. A soulmate reunion. Left behind. 6 swords. Divinely guided to leave something behind, to go find peace. Fix your own problems. Intuitive deception. Spiritual cleansing. Needing a better connection. Too much static. So this was meant to relocate a soulmate. Because of the initiation gate, there was some mystic truths coming out. Emotional confusion. The Queen of Wands. Undefined love. You see, the Queen of Wands. Rejected, walking away, ending the cycle to find peace. The Queen of Wands, the feminine fire sign, she's already found peace. Where's the masculine there? He was focused on a third-party cycle. He was, okay, he's trying to master a get-together in the lover's connection with his destified, intuitive, abundant, legified, successful path of interest, stressing over divine timing. He's reconsidering the last 7 years. Wow, what's he reconsidering the most? What he has invested in. This masculine, I'm sorry masculine, but you could have wasted a lot of money paying for sex because you was at a dead end emotionally. The Emperor, you wanted your throne, you knew where your throne was, but you didn't find yourself first. So you went, maybe think about it like this, you went to a dirty throne. Okay, and then you went and found yourself, and then you come back and you're like, oh, I'm going to go back to where I was raised. And you go back and clean the throne up, and you're a total different person. It might be the same place, but it carries a different energy. You know what I mean? What's in the foundation is this mystic threshold. So this is secretly behind the scenes pressure. This is a pressure point. There's 2, and there's somebody standing on the feet. This is feet pushing. Trying to push the sun out the bottom. You know what I mean? What is the threshold in the mystic here? Stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. So this is nightmares. 8 wands. You have 3 swords, 6 swords, and then you have 9 swords here with the 8 wands. 8 wands and 8 swords, that's going to leave 1 sword. One of you are worried about what's been said because of an independent. One of you are independently owned. One of you are independently justified, transformed. You've done got your armor on, baby. You got your armor on and your little red feather on your hat. This person coming in naked. Somebody coming in naked. Let's ask, where's the divine feminine and the threshold and the mystic? A behind the scenes kind of thing. The moon. Breaker 19 calling on the divine Father. Can you hear me? So she is secretly calling for judgment. You know why she's going to get it? Is because she's nectaring She is nectaring her castle. She's cleaning her own damn windows. A wish fulfillment. The Chariot. This judgment cross is on the front of this card right here. She's made a final and firm decision that she's moving forward. She's manifesting to move forward anyway. Look, she just wishes for her independence. She just wants to prepare for her own self. Happy, independent, self-sure, confident, and single. Well, shiznix. Four of Wands, Page of Swords. She's looking for the one independent twin to initiate the love blessing with. Oh, this feminine is right. Where's the masculine here? In the threshold and the mystic? Well, there's the 9 cups. He's confused on what he's wishing for. You have 9 cups, 9 swords. Well, that's been slotted out. Then coming back with 7 cups, 8 wands. That's going to leave 1 wand. So that was a sexual interest. And then here you come with Leo initiating a long term. Oh! They thought that they were going to throw all their emotional guilt on you. It didn't work. Queen of Wands in reverse. It all flipped in reverse. Look. False contract in love, 4 swords. See, you remember the Ace of Swords that came out earlier? Well, the Ace of Swords is actually in this card upside down. When the truth comes out, no more love, no more contract. You got the Queen of Wands in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. You flipped somebody's world upside down. You know why? Because they didn't have confidence in you. But they know they didn't. This external person knows that you didn't need their confidence because you got enough of your own. Where's the masculine at with that third party? Let's ask that in the foundation. Worried about communicating. Worried about the messages that's coming in. Nightmares. Well, where the masculine is, Page of Pentacles. Look. Knight of Wands. He could have just initiated a contract with the Sagittarius. Be careful. Be careful. Yeah. A different perspective on the challenge that's been supported. The masculine, your mentality is being tested. Look at this. Look at these swords. Look at the fucking swords. This could be a little bit about sexting too. What kind of contract's been initiated because of sexually communicating, worried? 9 cups, a wish fulfillment. If somebody's wishing for a fight, somebody's gonna fuck around and find out. A wish fulfillment of a fight. Be emotionally content to challenge your emotions. Well, it's what they don't know, Leo. Man or woman, you are born to be challenged. Tell them, bring that shit. What is the external energy of all of this? What's causing all the ruckus? Assessing the investments in distress, trying to master focus through stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights, and assess investments to be comfortable in the abundified and what you're looking for, slowing down the deception on a level of independence. Both of you are actually slowing down the third party energy. You're slowing down who you hang out with. You're slowing down who you party with. You're slowing down. You're just slowing down. You're backing off for your own good. Indeed. In the recent past, you're coming out with the Ring and the Father. Wow. Committed to the Father. Loyal to the Father, Leo. Very interesting. The Ring and the Father. You could have married, actually committed to your spiritual realm. Right then. This is what made you commit to your spiritual realm. Look at the major arcanas here. You manifested to move forward behind the scenes for judgment. Breaker Breaker 19 calling on the divine. This is exactly what you did. Father, can you hear me? Secretly moving on. Manifesting to move forward. To leave it all behind. The Chariots is when you're only taking your necessities and nothing of your want. You're only taking what you need. Lightening your load. Recent past. 7 Wands. Page of Wands. Okay, so you initiated an interest of where you stand. That's a message. Choosing a battle and reflecting. When emotionally confused, King of Wands could be a masculine or a Leo. Moving forward, reconsidering where you go to find peace. Okay, you're asking the Father to guide you. You're asking the divine to guide you. Where do you go next? Where's that bright, shiny star, Lord? 8 Cups. So you have taken your emotions out of this. And that's the moon here. You put so much love into something, but your love wasn't liking it. Sometimes your human body likes it, but your spiritual body doesn't. You have 8 Cups and 4 Cups here. You could have actually been ignoring to take your emotions out of it and then been told. But putting the pieces of the puzzle together to be able to prepare and plan a foresight. Look at that devil there. That's heavy. That's dark attachments. Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Capricorn, struggling. Either somebody going back to a dark ex or somebody going back to a karmic mother. Why would this Leo want to walk away from the 4 of Cups? Because it's heavy. This offer has a heavy load. It's weighing heavy on your intuition. You're spiritually cleansing yourself. Somebody sees you doing it in the spiritual realm and they don't like it. They don't want you so cleansing. They don't want you so fresh, so clean. Why wouldn't they want Leo so fresh, so clean? Yeah. Boom shakalaka. You fucking threw a bomb on every challenge that they've give you. Every sword that they've give you, you blew that bitch up. King of Wands, Leo energy, masculine fire sign. After acknowledging his ascension. So this is people trying to test the mind of the masculine. Aquarius energy. Well, where is the masculine in the 8 Cups and 4 Cups? With the ring and the Father. Oh. Independent family. King of Cups. Chose a path of interest. Okay. You got Scorpio and Leo here. They got their backs to each other. Freedom to acknowledge the struggle of a wish fulfillment, to plan and prepare to follow through until the end. What's the end? To the end of what? Family? Misjudged? Oh. Confusion. Family causing them to misjudge. Yeah. Carrying that heavy load. They want to really come together with the Queen of Wands, this King of Cups, Scorpio and Aries, waiting for the right time to argue with the King of Wands. That's 2 masculines fighting over a feminine. A water sign and a fire sign fighting in the spiritual realm for a divine feminine. What the heck, Leo? Who's the water sign? Making a stand. Yeah, he chose a battle because he knows the King of Wands is confused. He's fucking with them. This King of Cups is fucking with the King of Wands purposely. Because this Scorpio energy knows that a masculine energy is territorial. It's causing spiritual warfare. My heart's beating real fast. Yeah, a deep emotional immense transformation. It's going to cause this King of Wands to get a brand new interest. of his strength, his courage, his power, his wisdom, self-love, self-care, self-attainment. There he is right there. To acknowledge on how to rebuild the foundation with a different path of interest, his one independent lover. It's going to make him so fucking jealous. He's going to have to fight this king. He'll have to fight this king of cups in the spiritual room for the feminine. Oh my gosh. Why does the King of Cups want to fight with the King of Wands? See, the King of Cups is the King of Love. The King of Wands is the King of Passion. Lust. Interest. Well, what he wants to do is block him from coming forward. Blocking him from coming forward. He don't want the judgment to be called because he knows once the judgment's been called, he don't want the King of Wands to pay his consequences because he knows once he pays his karmic dues, he gets to come in. What kind of dues does the King of Wands got left? Just being happy about being sad and grief. Turning pain into emotional power. Turning pain to spiritual enlightenment. Turning pain into happiness, bliss, naked baby on a pony. Let's see where they come out. Oh my gosh. Because at the top of your spread, my love, oh my goodness, you got the Hunter and the Queen. Somebody looking for the feminine. Feminine? A good hunter never goes home empty-handed. And look where the light is. It's actually going toward that side. Somebody's trying to shine the light on the divine feminine. You have the Page of Swords there. They're spying on her. Oh. They're looking for her light. This King of Cups does not want the masculine finding this feminine's light. So he's trying to put another feminine's light in his way. Yeah. Looking to move forward and starting over. In judgment, that breaker 1-9. Yeah, judgments that they didn't see. It's unknown judgment, trying to block them from making a final and firm decision. This King of Cups is trying to find the feminine first. Interesting. Grab another bundle. Where's the divine feminine in the Queen and the Hunter? You know, the feminine, she's got a snake on that card. She has a white lotus and a red dot. She says your move will not be supported. You will be left hanging. It's a different perspective on where you go to find peace. To assess those investments. Divine timing, acknowledgement. The feminine says that she's going to know when it's time for the masculine to come forward. She's going to know when he comes forward if he's ascended. Yeah, because her higher self tells her so. 7 Swords. Intuitive interference. Intuitive deception. Her intuition will start going crazy. She'll be able to tell by the energy of her brain is what I'm going to say in human language. 5 Cups, unemotionally fulfilled, Queen of Wands. She's going to know because the divine's going to tell her so. She's going to know. It's either going to excite her or make her sad. But somebody up here is looking for the divine feminine. We're going to see where she's coming out, okay? My goodness. Next, you have the warrior here. That's someone that has fought their whole life through just trying to get to the next step. A warrior through a journey. And the warrior is coming out with a heart. So this is someone fighting the journey with a broken heart, being injured. Being emotionally injured. A successful recognition. of starting over. Wiping the slate clean right here. To move forward and block coming together to justify the Queen of Pentacles unknowingly focusing. There's a masculine that's gonna catch a Queen of Pentacles off guard, and he's gonna do how is he gonna initiate that contract? Sad. He knows the Queen of Pentacles is sad. He's calling judgment on that tower. He said, damn you. His higher self is emotionally content with the lover that he shunned in confusion. This is a partner that you didn't know this person very long. I mean, it's a page. It's a discovery of something forever and ever, amen. Even after this lifetime is what you figured out, both of you. They felt so connected to you in that little time. They felt more connected to you in that little time than they did with someone else for like 7 years. You could have spent a week with this person. Just knowing them a week. We'll clarify external person in a second. Your internal is the pilgrim. So you've been put on a journey, look. And you had to heal from that. The healer, you see this three-headed snake? It can only be plugged in one way. You know the journey. There's not too many places you have not been. The Fool in reverse, you will not take a risk until you acknowledge it's working together in a struggle in the path of interest with the Queen of Wands, this King of Cups. Wow, the Emperor behind the scenes, emotionally confused about the cycle, trying to find peace and contentment. This masculine back here, this King of Wands, it's going to ascend him to a level of being alone, to plan and prepare for him to turn his back on the King and the Queen and Pentacles marriage, because that's the karmic. This is what turned them cold. A wish fulfillment of the Queen of Swords. That's a sex fulfillment. Sexual healing. To reconsider what their intuition told them. It was a challenge of their destiny, and that's what's weighing heavy. Because this challenge comes from the Divine Incorporated for the King of Wands. To gain his strength, his courage, his power, his wisdom, self-love, self-care, self-attainment. To get that twin flame blessing that he shunned. He didn't take a risk on. This feminine went to her true masculine first. For some reason he shunned her. He didn't accept her. And so another masculine come in. Where's the feminine in the pilgrim and the healer? It's a challenge. Twin flame challenge lover. You've been challenged at least 5 times by this one person. But you're pretty comfortable with twin flame challenges by now. Is what this is saying. Because the 9 Cups is here. Yeah. 9 Pentacles. A wish fulfillment. Just to be happy, independent, confident, self-assured, single. Investing in sexual immaturity is just, it would do nothing but deplete your abundance. I mean, you're just in your own energy right here. Let's see any external challenges for you there. Oh, excuse me. Any external challenges here? External challenges? The Tower in reverse. They haven't had a tower yet. Strength card. Oh, why is the Strength card here? They think they know you, but they don't know anything about you. They don't know why they shunned you, because you were the challenge of them to find the enlightenment and emotionally heal. There's the Queen of Wands and the 5 of Swords. All they did was challenge you. You tried to help them, and all they did was challenge you. They shunned the one the divine sent to heal them. My goodness. But look, they're also coming out with the kiss in the mountain. If you don't know what the kiss in the mountain is always a challenge. You see the hermit right there? That's seclusion. That's where your castle and your nectar is doing. They can't find you right now. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't find you. You have the mountain and the kiss. Let's see what this is. It's a challenge to touch. What's the kiss about? An unforgotten touch. External energy. It's like they took your touch straight in there. Like if they had somewhere where they stayed to themselves, the last time they touched you, they have something there. They've never washed it. Could be a jacket. They've never washed it. They've never washed it. They misjudged you. No breaker 19 calling on the divine. They misjudged their own blessing. Strength card. Because you were powerful and abundant. Powerful legacy. Soulmate, get together, contract. They're celebrating that they got to meet you, just in case you don't know. Let's see the advice here. The advice is the flame, which is that is saying the internal flame. Never allow your own flame to go out. Always keep it lit. And you keep it lit by keeping your energy vibing high. The eternal child, always take yourself back. Be careful what you be enlightened with. See this right here? You have the golden sun right there. And you see the queen up there? She also has the golden sun. Your aura. You need to protect your aura. How would Leo do that? Man or woman? Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is a resting and recuperating card. Talking to the higher self. Talking to the divine. This Three of Swords that's right here is hanging on the wall like a trophy. And the true sword is hidden. So somebody's heartbroken because they don't know the truth. They want you to block the devil. They want you to block temptation. And here's the temptation that Scorpio. Look at my gosh. That's both of them coming back to back. Again. Scorpio, Leo. Master. They want you to master a reflection on a spiritual justice. Okay, they want you to wait for the divine to spiritually balance that for you. Do not go out with any of these people. Play hard to get. That's your advice. Your potential outcome here is the womb. It's a childhood, a rebirth, a refreshment, a re-energizer, new energy. My goodness, and it's coming out with the crone. So just in case you don't know, you're in a predicament right now. The crone, she can manifest either way. The good, the bad, or the ugly. You could be somebody's worst enemy. Or you could be their best friend. Where's the masculine when it comes to the wound and the crone? Virgo. So this masculine could be a low vibe for a while, maybe about 5 years. Yeah, he's unemotionally fulfilled. Strength card. So this is what the masculine has to leave behind to find his strength again. Something's draining his energy there. The wound in a crone. This masculine could have come out of the wound of a dark witch. I don't know how else to say it. What's the crone? It's to master the emotional confusion and move on. Regardless of who you come from, you are always born to a lesson here. Always. Regardless of whether it's the dark side or light side. Where's the divine feminine up there in the wound and the crone? She said clearly it's a dead end. She's trading 10 swords in for the Ace of Swords. She said let them sit in their own shit. And there is your King of Cups with the Queen of Wands and the Two of Wands. Patiently waiting for the right time. Each here, the Knight of Cups. So this King of Cups is who needs to heal emotionally. And it's the divine sent the King of Cups to the Queen of Wands to heal from his emotions, but the Queen of Wands not going to heal him. She's not. Why not? That's why the true sword's right here is with the devil. Queen of Wands ain't going to heal him. The Queen of Wands is already to a point of status. She's not going to feel sorry for a motherfucker put herself there. Yeah. She just plugs into her higher self, puts her intuitive earphones on. She's a master manifester. She blocks the interest when she's manifesting for the King of Wands. She manifested something on the King of Cups. It's feminine. Woo! Her intuition give her a new idea on how to master the blockage. Indeed. So is that why the King of Cups is mad at the King of Wands? Because the feminine doesn't want him? Yeah. He wants the offer. He's confused why the offer isn't being taken. Because the feminine doesn't want you. A fire energy, if they connect to a water energy, what will happen? Let's ask right here. The truth will come out. Somebody here is going to stand up for the fucking truth. Making a stand, a clear stance. To acknowledge on working together without the offer. Or we got to work together and no longer ignore each other's offer. Where's the divine masculine in the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands? Intuitive interest, masculine. And remember, we did come out between the bridge realms. You got the devil here in the High Priestess, so you have to go to the higher self before you can even get to the Father. You understand what I'm trying to say? Once you get to the Father is going to go to the devil. She won't go to the devil. It's not up to her. It's grandma. You can't send her there. The divine will kick your ass. So instead, this Empress just started over. She wiped the slate clean with herself and went on with her abundance. It's a new perspective and a new idea of what her intuition told her to do. Okay, so clarify the divine masculine with the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands. A new perspective, a new idea through sitting back and, oh, look at that. I told you. Through the Father, you get to the Son. Let's see. There you go. This is the spiritual path of interest. Let's go. Move it, move it, move it. Get the fuck out of the way, devil. I just told you what would happen. You got to ignore the temptation. The four of Cups and the devil, the Four of Swords and the devil. In the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords is hidden. In the Four of Cups, the Ace of Cups is being ignored. You got temptation trying to get in between this spiritual partnership. You got the Hierophant, the High Priestess. That's masculine and feminine energy in the spiritual realm. The divine says you choose me and you'll leave the temptation behind. It's coming. You got the bridge between the realms here, the initiation gate with heaven and hell. Where's this masculine? What's he going to do? Masculine, what you going to do? Well, he's going to emotionally recover because this Ace of Cups is in reverse. He has been enlightened on some reconsideration on a tower moment in a family when he's reflecting on that judgment. He is alone. He's going to wait till he's alone to call for his judgment. It's a transformation of, he's trying to rebirth his legacy. But he's got to free himself from this Queen of Cups level. That's why he's coming out the King of Cups. Yeah, he has manifested a level of transformation to start all over. So the King of Wands could be ascending through the King of Cups energy. No longer going to his emotional side, looking for his interest, his passion. Who's the Queen of Cups? Yeah, King of Wands. One independent wish fulfillment. And this is the wish fulfillment that she succeeded. A big old load, weighing heavy to be enlightened. There it is, the enlightened on blocking communication. Say, I'm sorry, Queen of Cups, but I've changed. This is a masculine going to free himself from this argument to justify that the family that he's followed through with was karmic. This masculine is feeling defeated, depleted, stabbed in the back, lied to, betrayed. It's a dead-end contract, so he's going to take his emotions out because it's causing confusion and him being able to work together in the wish fulfillment. Yes, he wishes to challenge the Queen of Wands. Well, that's why you got the Four of Swords back there. Yeah. He's blocked from even standing up against the Queen of Wands in that kind of tone. Why would the masculine be wanting to, the masculine could have actually challenged this feminine, but she really gave him a challenge. She didn't make it easy for him, and that's why he wants to come back and do it again. Yeah. What's going to happen? Well, those 10 cups and the Knight of Swords, it's going to cause arguments between family or arguments wherever you live. Hermit, it's going to push you into seclusion where you need to be anyway. It's going to push you into seclusion where you can acknowledge that those 3 cups, 10 wands, that there's a third-party baggage here. Carrying too much, masculine. And that's what needs to be leveled. You need friends. You need to level with friends. And start over. The initiation of a contract of the last... They want you to clarify your investments for the last 7 years. And they want you to be clear on all those cycles that you're in. So they want you to go through all your friends. Who do you trust and who you don't trust? That way you can get a strategic lover. You can have a smart lover. Or you can ascend to get your lover. The divine is telling this masculine, they're like, I'm sorry. But the stance that you made, like the way you acted, it was a hidden dead end because of the 5 swords and the 4 cups. The divine says, I'm sorry, but you're being tested a lot because you didn't trust my offer. The offer the divine gave this person, they didn't trust it. Let's keep going. Soulmate confusion. He was confused about, there was somebody confused about the soulmate connection. 3 swords, which cause heartbreak, which come on the feminine there. Stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, worried about the path of interest, being comfortable in the spark of communication. Let's go. Taking a risk, the Queen of Wands with the Emperor, but planning and preparing. Low vibe. Somebody was preparing to ride the wheel in a low vibe with the enlightenment of the Queen of Swords and 9 cups, 7 swords. They were going to bring someone with them on the Wheel of Fortune. The divine said, oh, hell no. The 6 of Wands, that was successfully recognized, 5 cups. Right there is where it was recognized that somebody didn't love themselves, set at an emotional low vibe because they never wanted to be alone. They breadcrumbed the Empress, the Strength card. They breadcrumbed the Empress because they successfully recognized that she was powerful than both of them put together. Whew, when this masculine does find his way, when will this masculine be toward his feminine? What would be the advice? Clearly, they didn't go somewhere. Wherever they went, they couldn't find peace. They need to clarify that. If you can't find peace there, where are you going to go? Only go where the divine tells you to go. Sit and let yourself think for a minute. Yourself will tell you exactly what you need to do. What is the advice, masculine? You need to think about what you say when you're unemotionally fulfilled. You know better. The divine wants you to talk like you have some sense when you talk to them. I don't know why they said that, because that's a change in the turning point of your challenges. They're grading you on every level. It's a challenge, conflict, drama. It's drama involved in your destiny. 5 of them. Could be sexual relationships, could be flirtatious energy. What's the 5 wands for this masculine? Unexpected money. Main male. A funeral. Occupation. Maybe everything you've worked for is going to cause you legal matters. Because of the false person. Main male. Allowed a false person into the... Oh, excuse me. Main female. Causing her short illness of a lot of money, success, and love. She didn't care about money. The sad news is that his thoughts was the military. He tried to self-discipline this feminine, but she was already disciplined through a journey of the good Lord. And that's what changed the script. The divine flipped this table. The divine flipped this table back on 2 people. Whoever tried to bring a short illness to this main female. What did he do? Well, it's going to the Queen of Swords in reverse and that King of Cups. An emotional abuser and a rigid liar. Because of that 2 swords in reverse. No longer stuck at the crossroads. Divine timing. No longer being able to block divine timing blessings. Ace of Cups. Because this right here was an unjustified hanging. Some bitch thought that they were spiritual, but instead they were really talking to the dark side. I love you guys. Ciao.